Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm going up just a few minutes early just because I'm ready and I'm feeling the need and I want to make sure all my tech is working. So let's see what my tech is doing as per usual. Pardon me, you're finding me on the tube that is you or the book that is face under the auspices of Love Evolve Energy. However, you may also be finding me at intuitivelyfestylesconsulting.com. My friends over there who are awesome sauce, and you can see the link for them below. We are at day 22. Oh, I wanted to get the other thing. I can get that during my few minutes of slow. Ah, ha. One of my goals here, I'm just going to give you a little prep and then we'll take a 60-second dance break and then I'll get into the main part of things. Welcome, replay watchers. Welcome to my vibe. Welcome, Crix. Hey, Crix. Thank you all. I love your glittery sparkly. Thank you so much for that. What we're doing today is mostly just some announcements and a little report about where my practice is going and some insights about how you may navigate your own practice. That's why I'm doing these. Some of it is just an accountability for me. However, I know when I've witnessed other people's accountability for their own committed practice, a committed practice so that you can transform from the inside out. I garner a lot from that. My computer's pretty hot right now, so it may melt. I don't know. I've got some things to address that, but we'll see how that goes. So I will catch you back here in just a few. I think I've only been on, usually it gives me a counter of how long I've been on here. Uh, but it says to are watching. I don't know where you're watching from. So if you are indeed watching, you got to let me know because I can't always see that from StreamYard, which is the platform. So let's hang out, chat for a minute. I'm wanting to be authentic. That's one of the minor goals of doing this visually and coming up here. I'll show you some flow. It's a little bit of an old flow, but so be it. And we'll just talk about other things. Everything has been rearranged in my room, and so that's bringing up more stuff. And yet, my surfboard has some sex wax on it, and so it's going. You may not know what that is. If you're not a surfer, you don't. That's not a human sexuality thing. That's wax for your board. I'm just saying, or maybe it is. I don't know. Anyway, pop your head on, pop yourself in the feed. Let me know you're here. I'll be back in about 60 seconds. Ooh, what's that? All right. See you. Hey, everybody. I just cracked myself up for a minute because I had to blow my nose before I came on. Anyway, this is the 108 days. I'm on day 32. Can you believe day 32? So Friday, I think one of the ads went out 15 minutes ago, and I am unable to correct it once it's set within a certain time period. So it was set in a certain time period. So we are not up here for readings, healings, channeled energy work, channeled whatever comes through me. That's Friday. Friday, I believe at 10 a.m. I have to leave pretty soon, actually. So for another event I have later. So or pretty soon, I should say. But I just wanted to check in and say hi and howdy. Hey, Kay, one of my lovelies, one of my lovelies. Hello again, replay watchers. Hello, Crix. Hi, Crix. Such a well up of love for that. So as you can see, I'm at day 32 for my hour plus of meditation, which began at 5 a.m. this morning. So I think I'm, ooh, I was a little too loud. I think I'm moving into about 2 hours a day of meditation, give or take. So I'm letting myself have some grace there because I have developed a habit. Uh, the other aspect is creative flow. Ooh, look at the edge. I love that. So I wanted to share a little bit of that, and maybe promo some of that. I'm doing a little bit of promo today, and I already have. As you've heard, the Intuitive Lifestyles Counseling is a platform that I'm a part of just very recently. And so if you're joining me from there, hi. Thanks for checking me out. Give a like on the tube that is you. Give a like on the book that is face and pop yourself into the feed. Rach, Gay and Rach, hey, we're meeting later this week, right? I'm just checking in. I'm just checking in. Thanks you guys for your support. Thanks, Crix, as well. Really, really appreciate it. So, what else can I promote? As I said, you can see my little thing here up on the feed where it says what this is, who I am, just a little bit, and the whole buy me a coffee thing. So that's if I'm practicing with that. And yeah, I've gotten a few, $2, $4 here and there. If I've given something that somebody has really appreciated, they throw me a few bucks. They buy me a coffee. And that's essentially what that is. I think it's so sweet. I'm not a coffee person these days. Correction, that's false. I am a coffee person. I love it. I love the ritual around it. I love the smell. I love the taste. From shitty gas station coffee to um, a flat white in Australia. I love it all. I love it all. And it's not that I have an allergy, but it does affect as I'm going through healing periods, I need to use the beans as medicine. In fact, if you've followed me for a couple of years now, you know that when I talk about intake of it through any of the sense gates, through food and gustance in the digestive system, it's all medicine, and sometimes the medicine is joy. Coffee for me is a sensual pleasure to the max. I love it. And so I have to use it as such. However, if you've been following me, you know it's been an interesting 2 years and a particularly interesting year. And this season, the last 2 weeks have been interesting. And so I've started in concurrence with this commitment to meditation practice, also a clean foods practice, kind of a juice cleanse, although I'm doing more than juice. I do have a juicer, a cold press juicer, which that's a whole other conversation. We will use at some point. So I'm doing fresh vegetable and fruit juices, heavy on the vegetable, with roots as well, turmeric and ginger, just because of what my system needs. I'm doing smoothies, which is blended, so you get more fiber. I tend to blend the vegetables and the juices, so my smoothies are sweeter in the evenings. I'm having brown rice and I'm having some salts and magnesiums, uh, um, the minerals with it and vegetables. That's my cleanse for a week or two. Sugar Sow baking project, seasonal project starts up and we've been revving up, but that starts in about 2 weeks. So I need to allow myself taste tests of the product that I'm offering. I've been talking to Blue Streak, so you can tell the cleanse is working. Migraines the last couple of days, so you've been seeing me in and out. That's major energy work as well. I also do something called mud water. Here's the canister it comes in. This is an empty canister. This canister lasts me about a month. What's in it? It's a chai base, and this is the it doesn't mimic coffee like at all. In fact, they have little stickers that, and if you know me, I love my stickers on my cans and my glasses and my drinking vessels, if they don't already have some awesomeness on them. But this is a medicine that only has, I think, about a seventh of the caffeine in it that a normal cup of coffee might have. So it's a chai base. You might want to screenshot that if you want to know about it. There's the logo, Mudwater. Their little sticker says, fuck coffee. I don't have that fuck coffee. I love that. So edgy. Because, why? If you have this has its own healing. A lot of adaptogen mushrooms are in it. I don't want to put that sticker on stuff because I'm living with family right now and I want to be sensitive to their sensibilities. So once I move into my own place, or a place with people who have a similar sensibility, I can use that. So what's in this? Masala chai, which is the black tea. So small percentage. Cardamom, cloves, nutmeg, and black pepper. That's your typical chai stuff. This is what else they have. Cacao, which I love. I add cacao nibs to it. Lion's mane mushroom, cordyceps mushroom, chaga mushroom, reishi mushroom. More cinnamon, turmeric, and Himalayan salt. It's so delicious. It comes in a powder, so nothing you have to boil. It comes with this little zit zit, what you foam things with. So I use it for my almond milk to foam my almond milk. And on occasion, I'll do cow milk cream, total cinnamon junkie. Anyway, maybe someday, look at how they spell it, mud slash water. Can I put that closer? So awesome. So maybe they'll sponsor me at some point. I don't know, but I just want to say if you're on a cleanse like I am, not just through meditation, but other things, find the little things in your life that can make a difference for me to support what's happening through your cleansing process. So I'm just, I think, day 3 of my food intake and liquid intake cleanse. I've moved away from coffee, although I did do coffee. I have some special coffee from Wisconsin. Thank you very much, Miss Miller. Crickets, thank you for making that awesome when I do drink it. I appreciate that. So you find the little things. My little foamer has the Mudwater logo on it. I don't know if the lighting will let you see that. This is a pretty powerful foamer. Get it just for that. When you get the product, it depends how much you want. I usually only go through one of these a month. If I'm heavily into it, I'll go through like one and a half, maybe two. But because I'm doing other teas and juices, I'm just lightening on the load. And truth be told, once a week, I am going to have a delicious coffee because I found in a storage unit I have in another town an old espresso maker. What? So I'm gonna plug that in and use that for the holiday season, for the sugar style confection season. So you can tell I'm talking a blue streak, which means I've had a lot of sleep. I'm lower in caffeine and I'm high in juices and minerals. And so this is what it does to my energy. So no wonder I was up at 5 a.m., a little bit before 5 a.m. I did go back to rest, or I don't know if it was deep sleep, but it was a restful dream state. Uh, so that's a certain, theta level of awareness, uh, and had almost shamanic-like dreams. Uh, Based on the meditations I did some meditations about releasing what's happening in the throat area and in my pineal gland area, opening up those fields of awareness. So you may know spinning wheels of light or spinning orbs of light, which is more accurate of what a true full-blown chakra is. You don't really evolve to that. It's already existing. You increase your awareness of that dimension. And within that dimension, your wheels of light look like spheres of light. And eventually, towards the seventh dimension, they begin to look like fields. Anyway, because I'm energy geek, I can offer that insight. So, with working on those, one begins to really work on truth speaking with self and clearing the illusions that are there. And so that's what my dreams were. They were unusually vivid and intense. Um, Part of that is the relief of some headachy moving into migraine, energy work with flow as related to that stuff and where the clogs appear. So it was intense. It's important to find some soothing. And as I talked about yesterday, if you're moving through shadow work, if you're moving through an intense clearing out the mud and muck from your garden of self, from the garage, from the basement, from the attic. And I know one of my peeps, Dee, I don't know if Diane will show up today, but she's doing a lot of cleansing as well. We all are. It's important to go gentle, kind, and with intention. Our tendency, as I talked about yesterday, is to bear down because we want done. We want to go through. If you're a meditator, you know that the only skill that will get you evolving in the deeper, higher, deeper, higher, however you want to call those multidimensional levels, the only way that evolution and expansion happens, it's not through force, effort, and trying. It is through engaging surrender. The quote unquote effort is that of letting go, is that of surrender. I can only say that a dozen more times. Surrender again and again and again. It takes a great amount of trust to be able to do that. We see something arise and we want to do something. We want to effort. We want to effort in our healing. I remember working with Crystal, one of my teachers, couple of years ago, and I offered her some things that she maybe was hard for her to hear. She wanted efforts. She wanted things to do. And I understand that because doing things for me is doing things of pleasure and allowing effort to fall away, to effort with cookie decorating, to effort with gardening, to effort with getting my paints together. And then once I sit on the cushion, once I have all my frostings and glazings and appliques ready, once I have all my paintings ready and my canvas ready, I have to just surrender. I have to take a risk, jump in the deep end, and let go. Moving into flow, moving into a place of allowing, listening, allowing, listening, following, let go, surrender. All of that, which seems contradictory to our desire, allows you to receive. There is no effort. It's simply receiving healing, which is why when I work with clients and groups, we relax first. We relax. The shadow will emerge on its own. There may be tasks to do around it and then surrender. It has a life of its own. And in the deeper, higher states, the more surrender is required. You cannot force bliss. You cannot force love. You cannot force effort. Surrender again and again and again. What helps you surrender? Water. What is a support system as you surrender into the pool of love? What is that? And so I'm leaning in again and again and again. I'm leaning into support. And I request now some support through my head because I'm feeling more compression and pressure, which means to me the cordyceps are working, the water is working. And the receptivity is greater. If surrender feels challenging, move towards pleasure. Perhaps not junk food category of pleasure, but true pleasure. Where is your true pleasure? Does connecting with pleasure feel challenging? Perhaps it means taking a nap, which is what I did yesterday. I napped and I napped and I napped. When the heat was turned up, I moved into pleasure. Pleasure holds hands with surrender, holds hands with receptivity. Can you remember that chain? Where's the pleasure? Is it in the breath? In this very moment, is there pleasure feeling the soles of your feet? Is there pleasure in closing your eyes? It does. Connecting, Rach says, connecting with fun or purpose. I'm going to show that, Rachel. Yeah. So perhaps at times, connecting with fun on purpose feels challenging, feels difficult at times. So, what that says to me is an idea of what fun is. Can we let go of what we've already decided is fun? And it may be bare bones. You have to, I posit, what may be in your very present moment would be a surprise. So, right now, the only thing I want to do is lean into my left side right around here and breathe. At this very moment, this very now moment, this is the greatest pleasure I have is a closing of eyes. No, an opening of eyes and looking at some ice I have on my desk right here. That is my greatest pleasure. That is my greatest pleasure. My next greatest pleasure is looking at this beam of light coming through this window in back of me, beaming through this bookshelf in front of me. That sliver of light is so beautiful. That is my greatest pleasure in that moment. As I peel myself away from my addiction, as I peel myself away from my addiction, I'm going to say it again. As I peel myself away from my addiction to what's wrong, to what could be better, to the large sensation. When I worked with PTSD clients, we would often move into a zoom out place and encourage ourselves to hunt for other sensations because there is always light, no matter how large and consuming and intense the energy is. It's not the only thing ever. You are the universe. The significance of zooming out when you're in it is important to find those slivers of flow, those slivers of light. There's also the satisfaction of knowing strength and beauty in meeting shadow. It mitigates the intensity in meeting the difficulty. There's an inner curiosity, strength, and calm. Curiosity, strength, and calm. Curiosity, strength, and calm calls up an equanimous satisfaction in the meeting of the challenge. And so it is. You can't live there 24/7. You can. What I will tell you as a body worker, someone with some proficiency in polyvagal theory, and someone who's an energy worker, you need to put on the brakes. You need to give the nervous system a break. Move into a bathtub, move into a shower, move into the sunlight, move into the bare trees on a gray day, swaying in their majesty, their branches in the breeze. It's always available. Let me know how that sits for you, people, crickets. Let me know how that sits for you. I don't have the final answers. I only know my experience. This is what I move through for myself. This is how I move through it. I'm feeling so much heat in my body right now. Holy guacamole chips. So I have to take care. Oh, the burn is real. Overload is a real thing because you are the CEO of your life. You have the ability to choose. You have the ability to choose. If one senses burnout and overload, the CEO, the chief executive officer of your life, is guess who? None other but you. We all know this. So I now empower you with the capacity to make another choice as CEO to keep summer safe. If you know Rick and Morty, you know what that is. To keep the whole calm, present, and functioning well. So before I leave, I need to go do some other things pretty soon. I hope some of that's helpful. That's my practice. I have a lot of support. Some of my support system is here. Thank you, everybody. And about to go to another support system, which is my acupuncturist. And then I'm going to spend some time at the ocean in the elemental realm of water, sun, wind, earth, sand, fire, all of them at the ocean because it's a balmy 60 degrees on the Cape. Coming in February, I have my first announcement. Well, I guess it's my second because I'll see you all here on Friday for something different than a report and a teaching. But we'll talk about those healings. Ooh, I'm feeling some shift over my left eyebrow. There's been a release there. So I'm gonna back away. I feel like there was an energy of over effort, which is my tendency, and I need to back away from that and simply state that come February will be my first 2022. Boy, that's a six. That's going to be intense. Retreat. I don't know the dates yet. I do know that February can be a big deal. February is a wind down time for Sugar Sow Confections, and so I can offer a little bit more in terms of my wheelhouse, which is energy work. So let me breathe and feel into that. I'll have some products available for you. I didn't even get to this flow. Let me just show you. This is an old artwork of mine when I was working on still works, as still lifes. And as we all know, as we work with our decisions, I'm working with decision statements and what that means. Your decision becomes your container. And so let me just rest back into that for a minute. I've decided in February-ish will be my next mini online retreat, like I did a weekend-long retreat. It's just a weekend that will turn into something larger. Ooh, I'm feeling some cool breeze. How nice. So this will be my first announcement of that. This is a retreat for energy workers. And as you know, last spring, I did the from and to. This is specific for those who work in the realms of energy. Per request, per request. We're going to do a weekend long meditation retreat. So that means online at home. It's going to be via Zoom and maybe one other platform. It may be a Facebook private group, it may be a Podia group. We'll see what everybody can work with and what's easy for everybody. We're working from this idea of energy workers as in the Piscean age as saviors, and in the Aquarian age, we become beacons of love and light. So, with this weekend long, which eventually will turn into a week long down the road, but we're going to just be here for energy workers to be with and heal yourself. Healer, heal thyself. Healer, heal thyself from Savior of the old, helping others to simply resting, releasing the over effort, and resting back into the beacon of light that you are. The overarching intention is this: everybody will have their own unique intention. Every light worker who works with energy will have their own intention for healing themselves. So just know for this retreat, there's no giving, there's no offering, there's only giving to yourself. No others, just giving to yourself, just offering to yourself, just relaxing, healing and holding yourself. Surrender, allow, receive, and radiate is a theme. Evolve within yourself. Listen, deep listening inwardly, deepen trust in yourself and source, God, goddess, divine, deepening that trust and falling off the cliff into the wellspring of this trust. Love the woundings to heal and whole. Healer, heal thyself. And the upshot of that is to increase your efficacy and personal presence. So you may choose during this retreat to pluck yourself out of your mundane life and book yourself at a hotel or a motel for 3 days. We'll start Friday night, move through Saturday, move through Sunday, and end Sunday night. If you're feeling this, oh, thanks, Rach. Let other energy workers know. Um, I'll be I'll be dual task here. I'll be supporting and offering, but I'll receive as much as I can. And then a lot of it will be recorded so that I can then receive. So it will be guided sessions. It will be a lot of journaling. It will be a lot of practice time and some community sharing just of your own experience, not to help anybody else. You're not there to help anybody except for yourself. To break through that block that you believe is selfish when you heal yourself. I have to write that down. So that's what we'll be doing. You can choose to do this retreat in any way you can. If you can do this at home without having to make dinner or take care of the kids or the husband or anybody else, good on ya. What did I say? Breakthrough blocks of selfishness. I love this. So that's going to come in February. If you guys have a sense about anybody who's seeing this, if you have a sense of when, I'm pretty open at this point. Although the ultimate decision will be with me and my board, of course, because it has to serve that as well. So That's coming up eventually when things are calmer with meeting in person. We can do that. Maybe that's the end of 2022. Maybe that's into 23 or 24. We'll see. We'll see. We need some safety in terms of protocols and just grace and ease around that. It may be the kind of thing if I move into my own place and it's a little bit larger, I can host there. And that is on the rise. So we'll see how that goes. So thank you, everybody, for joining me today. I gotta run. I gotta run to the beach and begin some of this self soothing and self enriching experience. I may see you here tomorrow. Um, we'll see how it goes. I will definitely see you Friday. I will definitely see you Friday morning. That's more where I offer uh, readings, healings, holings, channelings, etc. Yay! I will say hi to the beach, Mama. I will say hi. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for being here. If you feel like you want to check out some of my offerings on my website, check out up there. I've pared them down for the winter months. They'll pick up again in the new year. I do have some Podia stuff if you just want the vibe. And you want to purchase a retreat. I have a treat up there that you could check out. I also have some freebies, a lot of energy healings on my YouTube channel. So check those things out. Love, be your own beacon. Is there anything else I need to mention? I don't think so. All right, I'll catch you back here soon. I love you all in the oneness of connectedness that we all are. Uh, I think that's all I have for you today. All right, buy me a flower. Love you guys. All right, let me move on out and I'll see you on the flip. Thank you. Thank you, crickets. Thank you, Gay. Thank you, Rach, and everybody else. All the replay watchers, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.